PMAC Movies back in the movie room where the magic happens, baby. Unless you don't like PMAC Movies. Or unless it's just really shitty magic. Alright, so we have a haul from Vinegar Syndrome here today. This was their warehouse clearing sale where they had, I think all their DVDs were like $5. And then they had a not greatest selection of Blu-rays. So they were, trying to get rid of some stuff that was maybe out of print or just wasn't selling that great. So I passed on quite a few things. There was things I was like, I'm just never gonna watch that. I'm not into that sort of thing. So there was some other stuff that had like slip covers that were, the value was probably there to some degree, but I was like, and if they're not selling well and I'm probably never gonna watch them, there's no point in like buying it to sell it or something like that because they're already not selling very well. So I pretty much just got stuff that was interesting to me, that had been on my radar previously, that just made sense to get. And then a couple things were, was it a couple? There is a couple things were selling out that I was like somewhat interested in. And I did get those. I mean, the prices, it just made sense to go ahead and grab them since they were, good prices and almost gone in movies that look like something that I would be interested in. So we'll take a look at what I got. I'm not sure about all the I'm usually pretty good with the prices, but I don't have like the prices memorized for this. But it was, definitely not Vinegar Syndrome's best sale, but it's another thing where it's like people who subscribe to Vinegar Syndrome, they're basically getting like half off the MSRP. Well, now Vinegar Syndrome this year, starting like January's sale, they're trying to get rid of some stuff because even at half off, things just aren't selling. Certain items just aren't selling. So they're having to go a decent amount less than 50% off. Like a lot of these were 70% off. So let's take a look. I heard some people got a few of these canceled too, like some of the stuff that I got they had canceled. Okay. So they got it wrapped in bubbles, which is good. Good idea. Now, one thing was a box. I wonder if they put any movies inside of the box. Let's take a look here. What do we got? So we got a slipcover too. Kind of forgot I got that slipcover. So firstly, we got a slipcover. I used my Vinegar Syndrome rewards points for the Christmas Evil slipcover. So they're bringing back some of these slipcovers with, they have like these gold-plated kind of Vinegar Syndrome symbols, which actually look pretty good, I would say. So I basically had the decision of getting $10 off, like a $10 off coupon, or getting this slipcover. And I think probably the slipcover will end up being worth more than $10, probably, depending on how many of them they made. But I do have Christmas Evil, and it doesn't have the slipcover. I did similar with the Corruption of, I believe it's called the Corruption of Chris Miller. I got the new slipcover with the little gold Vinegar Syndrome labels on it. I mean, it's a, you should have taken the $10 off, PMAC. But I think the slipcovers have a decent value. And then I paid $12 for this Rudy Ray Moore box. Let's see what's in here, because I feel something's in here. Okay. I was going to say they accidentally, sent me the box with all the movies in it, but they didn't. That would have been nice. But I do got the Rudy Ray Moore box, and then I already had 2 of the 4 movies that go in that box. the two that I needed were peaty wheat straw here. Let's figure out where I'm going to put these. And Disco Godfather. From what I saw, some people got their orders canceled for the Rudy Ray Moore box Disco Godfather. I'm not sure about peaty wheat straw. I believe all these were 12, maybe? The box was 12. And I think Disco Godfather and peaty wheat straw were also $12 each. And then the other two, let's see what else is in here. Dolomite and the Human Tornado are the other ones that go in this box, which I do already have. I got them, I think I got them from Target buy two, get one sales for very, very affordable. Like maybe, I'm thinking $10 or maybe even less than that. Like they were, pretty, they were pretty good deals. Now this one was one that was selling out. I was kind of on it because it was like 13 something, no slipcover, but it does have John Cassavetes in it. And it's from 1981, it's 92 minutes. It's fairly highly regarded, so I did decide to go ahead and get Incubus. And so I'm glad I got this one because it actually sounds pretty good. It's something I can watch here during the fall season. You watch horror movies. Although Charmy's home all the time, so it's going to be kind of, and she doesn't like horror movies, so that's going to be kind of tough. Now, this is one that I was on the fence about, and it was getting to like less than 10 copies, maybe even less than 5 copies. And I'm like, 13 something, I might as well just get it because it's going out of print. It has Brad Pitt in it, Roddy McDowell. It is cutting class here on Blu-ray. It is from 1988. It is 91 minutes. I don't know much about this. I tend to like, like 80s high school type movies to a certain degree. So, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that one. What else do we have here? And did I get everything I ordered? This one I was really actually glad to see as part of the sale. Apparently it's not selling well. I don't think this one, this is one from like this year, I think, that Vinegar Syndrome put out this year. It's got 2 movies on it. I think at least one of them is considered like a Giallo. I almost got it during the, I think, a half off sale, so it would have been maybe 22 or something like that. But to be able to get it for $14, was it Beer Me? We have Nothing Underneath. So I believe it's 2 movies. Nothing Underneath. And then Too Beautiful to Die. And I had actually found out about this set. Like, I was reading the message boards on Blu-ray.com, and people were saying, like, at least one of these movies was a Giallo. So I was like, oh, I have to have that one. I like, I collect pretty much any Giallo I can get on Blu-ray, if it's in the price range. So I was glad I waited on this to be able to snag it up. I think at about a $8 discount. I was very close to just ordering this for 22 or whatever, so I can't really remember why I didn't. I think I was just, because I saw other stuff was being less than half off, so I was like, I might as well wait. And this is another one I had my eye on. Now, this one sounds like it's probably a pretty horrible movie, but ever since I saw it on there, I was just like drawn to it, like I wanted it. Even though it's probably really bad. It looks like I can't show the back. Maybe not even the front. It looks like we got some bare-chested women there in the background. So it is Alien Private Eye here. So just like the cover is cool looking on it. You got the, and you got the city lights. It's pretty, it's appealing to me. It's got like a sci-fi action flavor to it. It says part sci-fi, part neo-noir, part action movie, and pure passion project. Yeah, it's probably awful, but it's from 1989. It's 95 minutes. It is Alien Private Eye. So glad to be able to get this one for only $14. Another one I had looked into getting for like a half off sale, but after reading it was bad, I was like, I'm going to wait. This one was not out very long. I'm kind of surprised that this was part of the sale at, I believe, 70% off. So this was like $17 or $18, which for a Vinegar Syndrome 4K with a slipcover, that's a beer me. I don't know. I've heard some pretty decent things about this movie. Orion Pictures put it out. That's a plus. From 1977, it's only 86 minutes. It is the incredible Melting Man here, the 4K Blu-ray combo. Very nice to be able to get this. Now you think 17, 18 bucks, you say, that's not that cheap. For a mainstream release, that's not cheap. But for a Vinegar Syndrome 4K with slipcover, I'd be pretty surprised if it got much cheaper than that. Like, they'd have to be pretty desperate to get rid of them to make it cheaper than that. And then we have one final thing. This is a partner label one, which I thought this one looked interesting to me, and I really couldn't find out much about it. It's a foreign movie. The price it was very, very cheap. It was like $10 with the slipcover. So this one is not selling well, even though I feel like it looks pretty cool. It is Hypnosis here with slipcover. So yeah, I really don't know much about this one. It got pretty mediocre reviews, I would say. I'm just looking back to see if I got my whole order. That's my concern with Vinegar Syndrome, because it's happened where I didn't get they were like missing certain things. So I'm curious, but you know, look at that cover. That is pretty darn sweet. It would also be nice to be able to find the prices I paid, but I think you know, I would have had to pull that up beforehand. And oh, actually it does have the prices. So Hypnosis it was only $8.99 for the slipcover edition, so they're practically giving this baby away. Alien Private Eye was $11.99. Huh, I thought that was $14. That's interesting. Incredible Melting Man with limited edition slipcover, $15.89. Holy cow, these were cheaper than I thought. Disco Godfather was $11.99. The box, the Rudy Ray Moore box, just the box was $11.99. Now you might say, why would you pay that just for the box? Well, it's a limited edition box, and that's valuable to collectors. So if I ever want to like sell that set or something, you know, this is a nice limited edition collector piece to house the movies in. Pretty cool looking too, actually. And then Nothing Underneath, Too Beautiful to Die, limited edition slipcover was only $13.19. So these were cheaper than I thought, actually. So to be able to go ahead and get these, a lot of them at 70% off, was an absolutely phenomenal deal. You know, even if you're not too sure about the movies, I mean, you're going to be able to, you know, I'm pretty confident some of these I'd be able to sell and get my money back, or darn close to it. Some of them I might be able to sell and make a little bit of money if I didn't want to keep them. But every movie that I got here is something that I'm interested in watching. So I think it's a pretty decent haul here on PMAC Movies. And they gave me some bubble wrap that I can use once I start selling movies. So pretty sweet. I'm glad it was cheaper than I thought it was, which is always a nice surprise. I'm usually pretty on point with that. But let me know what you guys got during the Vinegar Syndrome warehouse sale. There was definitely some other stuff. So there might have been a few things I already had, and then there was some stuff that I was like, I'm never going to watch that. So, yeah, let me know what you guys snagged up, and we'll see you guys next time on PMAC Movies.